Most people think delivery apps are all about making money. Pick up food, drop it off, shop for groceries, complete the order, get paid. Simple. At least, that's what it looks like from the outside. But if you spent any real time doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, Walmart Spark, or maybe Amazon Flex, or any of the other delivery apps, you know there's a side of this life that nobody talks about. The part that doesn't show up in earnings screenshots, the part that doesn't fit into a 30-second TikTok, the part you only understand once you're actually out there. And honestly, some of it surprised me. The first thing nobody tells you is that delivery work is really a job built on uncertainty. Every morning starts with a question: how much money am I going to make today? And unlike a traditional job, nobody can answer that. Some days everything clicks, orders are steady, customers are generous, traffic cooperates. You finish the day feeling great. Other days, nothing seems to work. You wait, you drive, you refresh the app, you move to a different parking lot, you wait some more. And you start wondering if today is going to be one of those days. Living with that uncertainty is harder than most people realize, especially when bills are involved. Another thing nobody tells you is how much time you spend chasing possibility. Not money, possibility. The possibility that the next order will be better. The possibility that dinner rush is about to start. The possibility that one more hour will make the difference. You tell yourself you'll quit after the next order. Then another order comes in. Then another. And suddenly, it's dark outside. The flexibility is one of the biggest advantages of gig work, but it can also become one of the biggest traps, because there's always the feeling that you could make just a little more if you stay out longer. And nobody tells you how difficult it can be to stop working. The third thing nobody tells you is how much alone time comes with this job. Hours and hours. Just you, your vehicle, and your thoughts. Sometimes that's wonderful. No office politics. No supervisor looking over your shoulder. No meetings that should have been emails. Just peace. But other times, the quiet gets loud. Especially if you're someone who's gone through a major life change. Retirement. Maybe a divorce. Job loss. An empty nest. Starting over. Delivery work can feel incredibly independent, but it can also feel surprisingly lonely. And that's something people rarely talk about. Another thing nobody tells you is that your vehicle stops being just a vehicle. It becomes part of your income. Every mile matters. Every oil change matters. Every tire matters. Every strange sound matters. When your vehicle is running perfectly, life feels manageable. When it isn't, everything feels uncertain. A lot of new drivers pay attention to earnings. Not enough pay attention to wear and tear. Eventually, your vehicle sends the bill, and it usually arrives at the worst possible time. Nobody tells you how much delivery work teaches you about people. In a single day, you might deliver to a luxury neighborhood, a small apartment complex, a retirement community, and a family struggling just to get by. You see different lives, different situations, different priorities. You meet people who are incredibly kind, and others who seem to have forgotten there's a human being behind the delivery. You see generosity, you see frustration, you see gratitude, you see entitlement, sometimes all before lunch. The apps may be about food and groceries, but the work is really about people. If you're finding this relatable, think about subscribing. I'm not going to talk about hacks or secret strategies. I'm going to talk about real experience of delivery work and the life situations that often lead people here in the first place. Because there are a lot more people figuring things out one delivery at a time than most realize. Here's another thing nobody tells you. Delivery work can quietly rebuild confidence, especially if you've been knocked down. A lot of people arrive at these apps during difficult seasons, after losing a job, like me, after a major setback, after retirement didn't go as planned, after life took an unexpected turn. And while delivery work may not be someone's dream career, there is something powerful about knowing you can go out and earn money today, not next week, not next month, today. That feeling matters, especially when you're trying to regain control of your life. Nobody tells you about the emotional roller coaster of this work. The highs can feel amazing. The lows can feel personal. The great day makes you feel like you've figured everything out. A slow day makes you question everything, even though both are often outside your control. One of the hardest lessons in gig work is learning not to attach your self-worth to what happened during a single shift. Some days are simply better than others. And that's true whether you're delivering restaurant orders, shopping for groceries, or loading cases of water into your trunk. But maybe the biggest thing nobody tells you about delivery work is this. For many people, it isn't really about the apps. It's about what the apps represent. A bridge, a lifeline, a second chance, a fresh start, a way to keep moving forward when life feels uncertain. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, Walmart Spark. I've tried all these, and they're all different. But for many drivers and shoppers, they serve the same purpose. They create breathing room. And sometimes, breathing room is exactly what someone needs. Delivery work isn't perfect. It isn't easy. And it definitely isn't the effortless money some people on the internet make it sound like. But it can provide flexibility, opportunity, freedom, and sometimes something even more important, hope. And that's the part nobody tells you until you've lived it yourself.